So in this week's video, we're going to talk about shipping into the Bahamas, the customs, the duty, the VAT, the process, how to get it in. Yeah. But speaking of getting things shipped in, before we get started on that, we want to say thank you for those who have shipped us things. We've just gotten our boxes, so we wanted to say a big thank you to Timmy for our water pump.
Yep, house water pump, which is actually working as our stand right now for our video.
We want to say thank you to Roy Havens for the dock lines and the gift that you sent.
Yes.
We love that.
New dock lines, thank you so much.
Big thank you to Jeff Burke for ink, dive weights, selfie stick, and goggles. So thank you. And then thank you to Rocco for all the goggles for the kids. They're so excited.
Yeah, they love those goggles.
And then also, dive weights. And then also, I know we got some stuff from Mike and Linda. Thank you for
seasick pills.
Seasick pills and chocolate. A box of chocolate. And then also, Rachel and Steve Smith sent us shirts.
Ron John's. We've been to every Ron John there is, except for Panama Beach, and they happen to live in Panama City Beach. Mm-hmm. And they happen to live there, so they sent us some t-shirts.
They live there, and then we also got a sticker, so we have completed our sticker collection. And then also thank you to T9 Boat Shield, is a company that sent us a sample product, so we will be testing that to see if we like it.
Most importantly, this isn't a gift, but I've got my injectors. Woo! Hopefully that'll fix the generator.
Also, thank you to Nature's Head.
Yep, we called them and said we had gotten water, our fault, not theirs, onto these fans that vent it. Hugely important piece. And they sent us 2 new fans free of charge.
So we really appreciate Nature's Head. And
Monday morning. Happy Monday. I know there's never such a thing as a happy Monday.
We're no longer on lockdown.
Yep, we've been on lockdown all weekend. Not allowed to leave the boat or the marina. We rented a car today. We got to do some grocery shopping because it's been a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. We've got a bag with some of our soccer balls and some of our crayons and notepads, the notebooks that we bought. There's been a couple of ladies we met in town over the last few weeks, and we know they've got kiddos. So we're going to hopefully stop by and see them and drop off the soccer ball for them. And yeah. The other thing we're going to try and do is go in, what's the name of the beach?
The Tropics of Cancer Beach.
Yeah, so we're on Great Exuma.
Great.
And there's Little Exuma, which is connected with a bridge, and apparently the Little Exuma is some of the most beautiful beaches in the Bahamas, and that's where they filmed some of the Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
while we were driving around right here at the Williamstown sign, there's a path that goes up to that. So we're gonna go see what that is. What's a salt marker?
So these over here are salt ponds. There's 3 of them on Little Exuma. Back in the end of the 1800s and early 1900s, water would come in here, they'd dam them up, and then they'd let the sun evaporate, and then they would rake up the salt which was left after the water evaporated out. This column right here is what they used to guide the ships in so they could know where to go to load it. They said at one time 60 vessels would come down here together every year to harvest salt.
How many kids does it take to get a coconut? We would walk around the Sandals Resort golf course daily, and our friends were kind enough to teach us how to get coconut water and coconut meat out of the coconut the right way. It really makes a great afternoon snack.
Got our boxes.
Woot woot.
So one of these is full of boat parts and repair parts, and key being our injectors. The other one is all the stuff that you patrons and supporters have bought us that finally arrived in the Bahamas. So we're gonna open them up. Carter, will you bring me those scissors if you use them real quick? No, those are coming. Those are for Lauderdale. Hold on.
Plastic!
I'm gonna split this.
Boat parts?
No, this is our. We got our t-shirts from
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Ron John t-shirts.
This is the
Lego City.
I think that has all of it. Set A is what.
Goggles.
Set B. Trace.
Ink.
This is mine.
Hey, look at that, boys. Seasickness pills.
Perfect. Chase, that's yours.
No goggles.
Nothing.
There's our $400 box of candy for you, Jolene.
It costs a lot to get candy in the country.
Oh.
Dive weights.
Taking
Carter, those are not all yours.
No, we're gonna see which ones they are and divvy them up. Everyone
Can I open the dive weights?
You don't know which.
Let's open the dive weights. We need these.
Here, leave them up here for a second, though. One's Caleb's.
Yeah, one's Caleb, one's mine, one's Chase.
2 of them are the same set.
I know, someone must have bought it. Chase.
Yeah, one's a police. How heavy are these?
1 pound. These are 1 pound each.
Seriously?
All from patrons. All from people who saw that we could use some stuff on our wish list and sent it to us. So what do you boys say?
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you.
Mail. Ooh, these are my injectors. These little guys causing all my problems.
I hope so. That's it? You missing a piece?
Mm-hmm.
What piece are you missing?
It's a giant. It's that piece.
But it's clear.
No.
Is it still in the bag?
No.
Is it that piece right there?
Huh?
This big white piece?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Security room. Yeah? Okay, so look, see? This is the security room. Computer. Seriously. I know. Yeah.
Thank you for the Lego sets. The boys love them. We had our UPS store unbox them all, so that way it took up a lot less space in the box. So that's why they all came in bags, and then Mike and Linda Knapp also helped bag and tag. So we've had a lot of help along the way getting stuff into the Bahamas, so we really appreciate it.
We love it like crazy!
What set did you get?
I got the police station set. I got the police station set.
Oh, so we got two. You and Caleb both get your own?
Yeah.
And then Chase, what set did you get?
Space set.
Awesome.
He's building a giant spaceship, and he already has one of the 4 space sets. Diamonds. So that'd be his second.
We just got our first couple packages that were shipped into us here in the Bahamas from the States. I wanted to share with you kind of what we went through to make that happen. Because it's not like the US where you just put something in a box and it shows up, you open it. A little more involved. First of all, we signed up with a company, is a freight forwarder called Mr. Ship It. What he does is they give you an address that you can ship stuff to in Fort Lauderdale. They have a facility there, they collect it, and then they put it on an airplane. They have 3 flights a week, I think, from there to Nassau. And then from Nassau, you can either pick it up there, or now they offer a service where they put it on their mailboat system. And so mailboats usually run 1 to 2 times a week, depending on what island you're at. And they call them the family island. So we're in Exuma's. They have a boat that comes on twice a week, and our stuff showed up on the mailboat that came in this morning, dropping. So if you were in the Bahamas and wanted to buy a gift for somebody or something for yourself on Amazon, you'd buy it, you'd ship it there, and then they're going to ask you for an invoice. You email them that invoice or the receipt from Amazon. They then look at it, they document it, and they forward it on. It gets to our end here, and I have to pay for the shipping before they release it, which was pretty reasonable. We had 2 20-pound boxes that were this size here, and it was about $35 each from Fort Lauderdale to Exuma's. And then what really gets you is the duty and tax. Anything coming in this country, they're going to charge you duty and tax on. Duty is a tax, but it's different depending on what the item is. Anywhere from no duty to 45% of the value. And so look at what you're buying, and they have that on Mr. Ship It's website as to what the rates are for what item. And then they have VAT, value added tax, which is 12%, and I believe you pay that on pretty much everything. That's kind of like a sales tax that they charge. It was very interesting. This box of candy, I believe, was $20, and we ended up paying $10 between the tax and the duty to bring it in, because they're a 30% tax item plus 12%, so we paid 45% tax on that. On the flip side, we have boat parts. So certain boat parts, because we're foreigners in a foreign country with a cruising permit, they allow us to purchase boat parts for our cruising boat, duty and tax free. All I had to do was pay the freight, and I think they had a processing fee of $10 or something like that. So that getting boat parts is not terribly unreasonable, assuming you're a foreigner. Now, if you own a boat and live here, and you're importing parts, and you're a Bahamian registered vessel, you have to pay all the duty and tax. That's only for foreigners that have a cruising permit. Mr. Ship It, in general, I think was pretty helpful. What made it tough for us is we had a lot of these gift receipts that don't actually show a value because people have bought us stuff and sent it. So what I had to do was create a commercial invoice. I just Googled commercial invoice fillable, and I filled in. I didn't lie. I said what it was and what the price was, and you sign it. in the international freight, when you use a freight forwarder to ship something to another country, they would normally include, excuse me, a commercial invoice. So it was very standard. They saw my commercial invoice, nothing looked out of line, and they let it through, even though I made it up because I didn't have all the proper. I tried sending them a bunch of different receipts because we had 15 receipts from 15 different stores, and my parents put everything in a box, and they actually didn't. They were like, I can't use this. I need a different format. So you put it in a commercial format, and it seemed to work just fine. It gets to Fort. Now that we're set up with Mr. Ship It, and they've got a list of all the islands. They don't ship to every island, but all the major islands that have a community there, they pretty much ship to. If I go from here and I want to go up to Eleuthera, I believe they have a store in Eleuthera, and I just change on the website on my login that I'm now at Eleuthera, and anything that's coming in instead of coming to Exuma will go to Eleuthera, and I can get it there. And they don't charge any extra depending whatever island it is. It's all the same. Please check out our new website. We've just updated that, and that kind of is going to become our new home base for all of our online stuff. It's wanderingnaps.com. You can Google it. You can just type it in, wanderingnaps.com, and all of the different links and all the different things we're doing, we've put on there. We're going to continue to update that every week and make it more and more in depth, and I give you more and more information. As always, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Please like the video. Subscribe to it if you don't get those notifications to tell you when we put out a new video. We're going to try and continue to put out a video every single Friday. So thanks so much for your support, and please, please, please remember, enjoy the journey.
Come back next Friday when Chris finally figures out what was wrong with the generator. We wait for a perfect weather window to leave the marina. Carter and Chris fix a lot of things before we leave. And we finally go on anchor in the Bahamas like we've always dreamed of.